Hey, I'm Zach Woollen. I'm a power unit engineer for Honda Racing Corporation. So we're here at the Canadian Grand Prix. It's a sprint weekend. It's Lance's home race as well. Being a sprint weekend here, we only have one practice session before we go into sprint qualifying and the sprint race itself on Saturday. So that removes 2 practice sessions for us. We have to get all of our preparation done there. So on Lance's car, I'm responsible for all the setup and optimization of the power unit. I work very closely with the race engineers, the performance engineers, and Lance himself to make sure that we get all the setup correct and in the window, the power unit's operating correctly. So I've been with Honda for about 12 years now. I spent the last 10 years with HRC US working mostly in their IndyCar project. So I moved over here 2 years ago to take part in the Formula One project. Today is Thursday, so for us that means it's our first fire up, first chance to go through all the systems, make sure everything is working correctly on the car, working closely with the race engineers. Okay, so we're just finishing up Friday here. Today for us started coming in very early, get ahead of the game, get the engines fired up early, warm up, get through all of our checks. So that first practice session for us was fairly interrupted, so we really had to keep our plans fluid, make sure we're getting through our test program. Now that we're through sprint qualifying, we're into park for May conditions, which means we can't touch the cars, we can't change any of the configurations. So we'll take what we have now into the sprint tomorrow and see where that leaves us for qualifying. So Saturday afternoon at the Canadian Grand Prix, obviously the car is still in park for May, so we couldn't make any changes to the car, but there's still some preparation this morning, making sure everything's set up correctly, reviewing the plan for the race with the drivers and the race engineers. So after the sprint race, we're able to review that data, sit down, debrief with the drivers, take what we learned from that race, and apply that for both qualifying that we had this afternoon and again for the race tomorrow. A big part of that is just reviewing with the drivers, making sure that everything is optimized to their setup and their feel from the power unit perspective. And then also just getting ready for tomorrow. There's a chance of rain, and that will likely significantly impact how we run the power units. So wrapping up the end of the day here, still have a few things to review that came out of qualifying today, just making sure we're properly ready to go for the race tomorrow. Sunday at the Montreal Grand Prix. For us in our race today, we decided to start from pit lane. Didn't really change our race strategy a whole lot, but the main thing we were keeping an eye on to start out was just the changeable conditions. Ultimately ended up being pretty dry, pretty straightforward race for us. Unfortunately, we didn't really have any opportunities to move forward, but we still learned a lot, still a lot of information that we can take out of that race, take back to the factory and make improvements for the events coming forward. After the race finishes for us, we obviously have a debrief with the engineers and the drivers, just go through what happened, anything we could have done differently or better. And then start reviewing all that data from the race. So as far as getting information back to Sakura, we will just kind of take this evening and the next few days to make some reports, go everything through in detail, feed that information all back to them. Finishing off in Canada here, it'll be good after we leave Montreal and arrive to Monaco and Barcelona. We finally get into a good stretch of races and really start progressing our season along.